In this video, I will discuss how to use an amplifier with your audio interface. I'll be using a guitar, but the process is pretty much the same with a bass, a microphone, and other instruments. Equipment I'll use for this video includes the Focusrite Scarlett 18i20, the Fender American Ultra Stratocaster, my trusted old Fender hot amplifier, some 1/4-inch cables, the Wampler Tumnus Deluxe foot pedal, two thump monitor speakers, and my MacBook Pro. An audio interface is computer hardware that allows the input and output of audio signals to and from a host computer or recording device. They come in different sizes and are made by several different producers. Here is an example of two Focusrite Scarlett audio interfaces. DAW stands for Digital Audio Workstation, which is an electronic device or software used for recording, editing, and production of audio files. There are several fantastic DAWs available. A few of them include GarageBand, Ableton, Logic Pro X, and Pro Tools. I'll be using Logic Pro X in this video. Use an amplifier of your choice, but make sure it has an output jack, such as the preamp output shown here on my amp. Now we'll cover some key settings. Make sure to set your DAW's audio preferences. This is how to configure them in Logic Pro X. For my setup, I'll be using my audio interface for the input device, which will be instruments. I will also use my audio interface for the output device, as I'll be outputting sound to monitor speakers. If the inspector panel is not visible, click on the inspector panel's icon like this to toggle it on or off. Make sure to configure your input and output for your instrument's track. For example, I have my guitar plugged into input 1 and my audio interface, so I would select the correct input for the track in the DAW. I am outputting my sound to monitor speakers, so I can hear my amp and monitors at the same time, so I'll select stereo out for my output. I will now demonstrate ways to configure the inputs and outputs in GarageBand. Let's take a look at a typical way that I set up my amp with an audio interface. This would be a typical way I would set up my guitar with an amp to use with an audio interface. Let's take a closer look at the configuration. This is the setup for the Wampler Tumnus Deluxe foot pedal. The cord designated with the arrow in is coming from the guitar, and the cord designated with the arrow out is going to the amplifier. This is the input jack on the amplifier that is coming in from the foot pedal. This is the output jack on the amplifier, which will go to an input on the audio interface. This is the input into the audio interface, which is coming from the output jack on the amplifier. These two outputs on the audio interface will be connected to the thumb speaker monitors. Another option for outputting sound is plugging headphones into the audio interface. You can greatly enhance the sound of your instrument by utilizing tools built into the DAW. For example, in Logic Pro X, there are several different plugins to choose from that will greatly fine-tune the sound you're looking for. Plugins are located on the Inspector panel. I will demonstrate a few now that are popular with guitar. There are also several other tools to further enhance your sound in Logic Pro X. Most other DAWs out there have a similar tool set available. One thing you want to pay attention to on your audio interface are the gain levels. For this audio interface, I am using input 1 for my guitar, so the gain knob is here. The gain monitor is here. You want to make sure the gain level doesn't go into the orange or red. You want to keep it in the green, getting it close to the point where it is close to switching over. You don't want to keep it too low. Thanks so much for watching this video. I hope you found it helpful. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments section below.